Hello everyone, I hope you all are having a great day. My name is Desiree and I am the artist behind Artfully Des. In today's video, we are doing something fun and simple for Valentine's Day. We are making DIY stickers using coloring pages. All we need are simple things that you probably already have at home: scissors, markers, or any coloring tools, clear tape, parchment paper, or if you have a popsicle stick, that would be better, or any ribbon. I don't have the ribbon, but I'm just giving you ideas. This is a really fun activity for everybody, especially for kids if they want to give out something special this Valentine's Day for their best friends, teachers, loved ones. But everybody can join the fun. If you want to follow along, you can grab the printable pages in the description down below. And let's get started. Just recap the things that we need. We need clear tape, popsicle stick or disposable spoon or fork. We have the parchment paper. We definitely will be needing more than this, so don't cut your parchment paper yet. We need scissors and some markers. And the first thing that we are going to do is to draw the elements. So if you're going to use a paper and you don't have a printer, you can follow along. But if you have a printer, you can just grab the printables in the description. So let's head to the Valentine's project and start drawing. I want to take this opportunity to thank Amber Scott for inviting me to be part of this crafting challenge. La Marie Granada is also part of it, so make sure to check out her channel to check her crafting video. I've tagged both of them in the description so you can go check them out and support them. Thank you all so much for the support. All right, everyone. So we're done drawing here, and this is what we have. A very simple one. You are my bestie for best friends, for dads and son, and dad and daughter, and mom and son, mom and daughter, and for a teacher. So let's go ahead and print it out. When I color, I do use two shades. So first one is for the flat color, and I always love to add shade, which is darker color. Actually, I forgot to get something for. I also want to add the highlight. So I use 3 markers on every element. So I'm going to show you how I do it. But there is no rule. This is art. This is craft. Do what you want to do and use any color that you want, and just make sure to have fun. Whoops. So what I'm using for markers is the Uhuhu that I got from Amazon. And this is my favorite because no matter how you blend the colors, the blending looks really smooth and nice. And like with other colors or markers that I've tried, this is my favorite. So I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check it out. And it came with the color swatch. It was empty, but I went ahead and color every single box here, because sometimes the color that you see on here doesn't really match the color when put on a paper. So this is very helpful for me as the guide whenever I want to color. It has two sides or two tips. This one is a fine tip, and this one you can use this when you color like the really broad elements. So most of the time I use a tip, the fine tip. So let's do it. I have a lot of lapses here, but it's fine. I had fun. I'm gonna go ahead and finish coloring the rest of the elements. And then the next part will be the most fun part because that's when we are going to cut and make the stickers. All right, so we are done coloring. The next thing we are going to do now is to cut our elements. So I'm going to show you how I cut it because I've done both with and without the white outline, and I find the one with the white outline cuter, just like how the sticker looks, like the physical stickers that you have at home. You can check them out right now. So when I cut it, I don't cut it all the way to the edge of the element. I leave a little bit of space to have that white outline effect. So if you guys want to do the same thing, you can do the same thing, or you can just cut it all the way to the edge. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect how the sticker stick to a paper anyway, so it's just how it looks. So yeah, it's totally up to you. Just make sure you don't cut it all the way and separate the text from the element, because then I don't know how you would put them back together later. Okay, great. That's the first one. So I told you earlier not to cut your parchment paper yet because we will probably be needing different shapes and sizes. So this one, the one that I cut, fits perfectly. So what I want to do now is to grab something to put on top of it. Anything safe. I moved the paperweight on the bottom and the top is so I can really move on the sides. So that's the first one. And if you're putting your clear tape, you want to make sure that there's an extra space on top. So this is how it looks. Now what I want to do, if you cut it up, once you put your tape and you start cutting it up, again, please don't forget to leave a little bit of space from the edge of the paper, because that will serve as a sticker that will stick to the paper. Because if you don't do that, then how will you stick the sticker or your graph to a paper, right? So again, look closely what I did here. Leave a tiny gap here from the edge of your paper, and put away this thing, because this is gonna be really annoying if it starts sticking to your project. So perfect. So we have our first sticker. So I want to share with you how it actually works. I have here my notebook where I put all my stickers. So I told you earlier that I tried both, once without the outline and with the outline. So you can see the difference. I kind of like it better with the white outline. So these are the first ones. I even put dates on when I made these. So this was August and August, and I got really obsessed and I had to buy this notebook so I can stick them here. And this was the last one, was it was August 14th. So that was last year. So finally I can add one more. So this is the purpose of the parchment paper, is to protect the clear tape. So if you're ready to stick it, you can just take it off just like that. It went off so quickly. It doesn't really stick. So if you can find a parchment paper or anything that doesn't peel off that quickly, but also doesn't stick too much on the paper, because you will still need to peel it off later, right? So try to find something like that. So my sticker is ready. Look how cute that is. This is gonna be on its own. So there you go. Isn't that cute? We have our final project or final output, and I think it turned out so cute. So I'm gonna do the rest of this, and feel free to follow along. I'm gonna do the rest of this and feel free to follow along. And actually this time we will be using this for, maybe with this one, is what I'm gonna do here is to just do that. And if you guys can find a ribbon, I don't have any ribbon here, so unfortunately I cannot use that, or probably I can find something. Y'all, I found like a Christmas ribbon here. It even has a tag, but I'm just gonna take this off. Would be cuter if it's something like red, like that. But this is gonna be on the back, right? Or you don't even need to put the ribbon anymore, because this is the ribbon and this is another ribbon. Maybe we can use it for this one. Yeah, let's see. Perfect. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna show you how to do this, and this time we won't be needing parchment paper, because what we will be needing is clear tape back to back. So it's gonna look like a laminated thing, and so it's not flimsy. So let's go ahead and do this. Now take this off, and because we're going to put another tape on the back of it. Perfect. Last Christmas, I made ornaments for my Christmas tree with the same exact craft steps that we were doing right now. So next Christmas, you can make your own ornaments using the same step, because it's really fun. Instead of sticking it on a paper this time, it will be on here. And you can even make keychains out of these. You can just, I don't know, put a hole on it if you have something to poke a hole on it. And yeah, or you can just glue. I don't know, you'll probably figure it out. Let's tape it instead. It turned out so cute, and you can give it to a friend. And we have the bow, but I'm not gonna put the bow right now because it's not cute. It's not red. I wanted it to be red, but if you can find a red bow, it would be cuter if you put a bow on here, something like that. And we can just give it to a friend or somebody, right? So we have the second one. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest. You will join me in sticking the rest of the stickers on my notebook. So I'm done cutting the rest of the stickers. We have two left, so let's go ahead and stick them on my notebook. So we have one, you are my bestie, and then for mom and the best teacher, and we have this for a friend or best friend. I don't know who you want to give it to, but with the printables that you can get in the description, you have the option to print out the dad and the son as well. So it's up to you. You have the variations. You can pick whatever you want to print. So yeah, look how cute that is. So this one stays here. I hope you guys had fun because I did, and I'm so excited to see what you guys created. And if you happen to share your projects or what you created online on your socials, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and feel free to tag me so I can check it out. That will seriously make my day. And if you enjoyed this little craft, don't forget to subscribe for more fun activities like this, and see you in my next video.